أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Inshallah, today we will be doing chapter 6 of our book 5 Madrasa course, and the heading is Surah Al-Zalzala, the earthquake. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها يومئذ تحدث أخبارها بأن ربك أوحى لها يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يره ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يره. In the name of Allah, most kind, the most merciful. When the earth is shaken with a great quake, and the earth gives up its burdens, and man exclaims, "What is the matter with it?" On that day it will report its news, because your Lord will inspire it. On that day people will proceed in scattered groups to be shown their actions. So whoever does an atom's weight of good will see it, and whoever does an atom's weight of evil will see it. The surah of 8 verses was revealed in Makkah. It gives a powerful vision of the fearful events of the Day of Judgment when all men will be gathered together to reap the fruit of their deeds. So, as you know, we studied in chapter 3 about our afterlife, and these chapters, the later chapters after chapter 3, are a continuation of uh, what happens on the day of judgment and something related to the afterlife. So this Zalzala, the Surah Al-Zalzala, gives a powerful vision of the events that will take place on the day of judgment. The great earthquake of the day of judgment will shake the earth over and over again. The earth will throw out its treasures and the dead. All the people who ever lived since the time of Prophet Adam alayhi salam will be brought to life again. People at first will be in shock. They will be confused and amazed to find themselves awakened. They will wonder what is happening, what is wrong with the earth. So, the day of judgment, on that day, the earth will be shaken over and over again, and every person on earth, from the time of Prophet Adam alayhi salam to the last man, will be brought back to life. So this was actually a very a matter that the disbelievers would make fun of, as well as question the Prophet a lot of times, that how would they be brought back to life once they are dead. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is repeatedly in the Quran is saying that yes, every person will be brought back to life, and it is easy for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that once He has created, it's nothing for Him to recreate. So on that day, the people will be in shock, they will be confused and amazed, and they will be wondering what is happening. Allah the Almighty will command the earth to speak about the actions people did on it in this life. So people's own tongues, hands, and feet, ears and eyes, and even their skins will also speak out about the deeds they committed with them. The reckoning will be so accurate that an atom's weight of actions will be counted on that terrible day. So it does give us goosebumps to know that our own hands, ears, tongues would be given the power to speak, and they would speak against us, and they would tell what we did with them, with the help of them. So people's own tongues, hands, and feet, they will be able to speak on that day. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never ever leave even an atom's weight of good deeds uh, without rewarding. So even simple deeds like smiling or opening doors for others, or helping someone just by carrying their bags, heavy bags, or even giving a small half a penny or even $50 as sadaqah will be counted on that day, and they will be rewarded for that day. And similarly, the bad deeds, even small bad deeds, would be counted on that terrible day. So continuing. On that day, people will proceed in scattered groups to be shown their actions. This means that they will be divided into different groups. Some will be happy while others will be miserable. Some will be sent to paradise while others will be sent to hellfire. The separation of people into the company of the right hand, the company of the left hand, or the companions of the garden and the companions of the fire. The good doers and the evil doers is an example of these groupings. So yes, according to their actions, according to their deeds, the people will be divided. And on that day, those who are happy, their faces will be white with joy. And those who would get their bad deeds more and would be the companions of the fire, their faces would be dark with distress. So that is about Surah Al-Zalzala. And let's continue with the exercises. Match the following. Surah Al-Zalzala has 8 verses. So let me just, yes. Surah Al-Zalzala has 8 verses. Everyone will be shown his actions on the day of judgment. So this is A. Whoever does an atom's weight of good will see it, and people will ask what has happened to the earth. Okay, and let's continue. Complete the following sentences. The earth will be shaken with a great quake. On that day, it will report its news because your Lord will inspire it. On that day, people will proceed in dash to be shown their dash. Okay. On that day, people will proceed in groups to be shown their. Let me just check. On that day, people will proceed in scattered groups to be shown their actions. Okay, so that was it. And answer these questions. What will be the state of people on the day of judgment? On the day of judgment, they would be confused, they would be amazed, they would be wondering and asking what has happened to it, and they would be really amazed to see themselves brought back to life. And second one, where was the surah revealed? It was in Makkah. And most of the surahs which were revealed in Makkah, they talk about Tawheed, and they talk about the day of judgment, because the disbelievers, as I told you before, did not believe in resurrection. So they never thought that they would be held accountable. They would be brought back to life after death. So these surahs were revealed for the main purpose of uh, confirming that there would be resurrection. Third one, how are you preparing yourself for that dreadful day? Okay, so this is a tough question, but yes, we should be working on it. First of all, we should be following the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the best of our ability. So our salah, our daily recitation of the Quran, fasting, our zakah, and inshallah have the intention of going on Umrah and Hajj. So this would be your priorities. So all these things would be your priorities. And then after that, you would be your relation towards the other people. It should be good, it should be kind, it should be helpful. So inshallah, that is how you will be preparing yourself for that dreadful day. Fourth one, according to what will people be divided on the day of judgment? Yeah, of course, they would be divided based on their actions. They would be divided on based on their deeds. They would be into groups, scattered groups of companions of garden, companions of fire, or the good doers or the evil doers, or companions of the right hand, companions of the left hand. Is that it? Yes, company of the right hand, company of the left hand, and paradise people who would be sent to paradise and to hellfire. Those would be the groupings. And lastly, try your best to learn more about the surah and memorize the surah by heart. All right. Jazakallah khair. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك